that same, well, at least Dawn, I see that same weekend that I'm visiting my granddaughter. And when I was there last time, she's going to be 1 year old at the end of this month, but she's starting to
Wow.
play now. And she
Mm.
sits in front of her toys, and I just was thinking how life changes. She sits in front of her toys and picks out what she's going to play with. She plays with it for a little while, puts it behind her, and picks the next one and plays with it
So
for a little
it,
while.
it's becoming serious fun.
Yes,
It's very methodical now.
right. And then every
Very
now and
thoughtful.
then she'll pick up a book and bring it to somebody to read to her.
Mm-hmm.
But and then sometimes she picks a toy that's noisy that she'll listen to, or she'll listen to one that plays music. But I thought, oh my gosh, how our lives change.
Wow. To me, it's like I think we pick up early the value of games,
Right.
and some of it, some of it, like I think it's the pastime, but I think a lot of it, especially as a kid, you're learning and discovering through games.
Yes.
It's like you're learning how to negotiate rules, even though they're not important rules,
Right. I never
and you're
even
learning
thought of that.
creativity through parameters.
Huh. Yes. Brilliant. And you're also, if it's a game that involves more than one person, you're also learning that interaction.
Yeah, exactly. And there's something about being in that state of play because I teach improv classes too,
Right.
and the origin of improv classes is that they were games for children. And if you're ever like just hanging around with like a group of people, if you just shout out 1, 2, 3, not it.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what's happening. You see a physical shift in people, like they are alert and ready for something.
Right. I'm going to have to do that. That's hilarious. Yes. Same as
And
if.
people will like touch their nose because they're not it, or they'll do a bunch of different things, but they will be open, ready, and alert, and ready to play.
Oh, that's hilarious. You're right. Wow. That's really fun. So, what do you think is different with today's, well, let's say generational, the generation before us and the generation after us? What do you think is different with before first and then after second?
Wow. Before us, boy, that's hard to say because I don't really see too much difference or think there's too much difference because it's only like what 10. How much of a gap would you say is a generation? 10 years?
Maybe
More?
maybe
20?
like 15 or 20, I would say.
Here's what I would say. Right, based on my own experiences, I would say like the generation before kind of stopped playing. Like they didn't, or if they played, it was more muted. It was like we'll get together and play bridge, or it'll be more adult games where there's not a lot of excitement or freedom to just like play, to let yourself go. And then as far as like the generation after us, I talk to them all the time.
Right.
A lot of them still like they love to play. Then they'll go out and they'll play physical games. But then there is the side where it's like it's all video games, it's all iPad, and I think that's a shame because they're not connecting with their body, which I think is really important to fun and play and creativity.
Right. I
guess that's the same with the before group too. They stopped connecting with the visceral aspects of playing and just like moved into low key modes of play.
Right. It makes me happy that that I'm the generation that I am because we still are into all that movement and everything.
Yeah, well, I think you have to be. I mean, what's the point if you're not?
Right. Yeah, you're right. Because sometimes that's the thing that makes you laugh the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. And when you think about the generation before us, the way that they used to play was probably so much more subtle to begin with. Like they probably couldn't be loud or they'd get yelled at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they probably had to go to work on the family farm way before we had to do anything.
True. Or if they played, it had to be outside.
Right.
Playing was always outside. So that's why it's like, if it rains, you can't play. It's a bad day.
Right. So I guess they read, but they couldn't read unless it was late. Wow, what did they do? No wonder they got married so young.
They got married early and went to bed early.
Right. So they created their own fun. Maybe that's why they all had so many children. Huh? Now it's all falling into place.
Cable ruined everything.
Yes. That's so funny. Yes. So I know that some people, it's still important to laugh and have fun. And other people, it's not. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a nurture or nature thing or just some people are just not predisposed to it. I honestly don't understand because I've taught some classes where like, hey, we're going to play an improv game, and there'll be one person like, I don't think so.
Huh. Wow, that's weird.
And they're kind of a stick in the mud about it. And it's like, wow, I feel bad for that person.
Right. Yeah, me too. Because that person doesn't have a clue how to have fun, really.
It's so hooked up into looking good. Because a lot of, like, having fun is risking not looking good.
Exactly.
Because you're not your most attractive self when you're laughing or making people laugh.
And when you're laughing so hard you're crying and bent over because your stomach hurts. That's really true.
Yeah. Right. So I think a lot of it has to do with, like, people are just too concerned with how they look. And, again, life's too short.
Yes. Yes. So why, to this day, is laughing important to you?
Well, part of it's my job. If I'm not making people laugh or helping other people make people laugh, I'll have to find a real job somewhere, and that would be a shame.
Really, it would be.
But it's important to me. I mean, you hear laughter is the best medicine, which isn't 100% true. I think there's better medicine out there, but for it's a great indicator of health, and it does make you feel healthier. And it is a positive, has a positive impact on your physical system.
Yes.
And on your mental system.
Yes. It is good. It is good for you. It is. And, I've also found that when I'm around people that because there are a lot of people like that are, and conservative is a good way to describe them, reserved, that don't laugh a lot. I don't usually repeat that performance, so to speak. Do you? So how do you? So I like attracts like, obviously. So do you? Do you gravitate toward people that are more lighthearted, I guess?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm usually hanging out with whoever's the loudest person and who's ever laughing the loudest. You'll usually find me over around there. Or I'll be with the group that's not doing that, but we're making each other laugh with side comments.
Which is fun too. Yes, inside jokes never hurt anybody.
Right.
Good inside joke. Very good. So today you went to yoga. And
I did.
What else are you going to do for fun today?
Well, quick on my agenda is eating lunch and going to sleep.
Oh, were you up early teaching this morning?
Well, I don't think I've talked to you about this. I've been teaching online. I've been teaching children in China.
That's really
which is great.
cool. Yes.
it's all one-on-one, and they're all like 8 to 12 years old. It's English as a second language, and they mainly just want to talk about robots and zombies with me, which is awesome. But there's a huge time difference, so I've been up since 1 a.m.
Oh, that is a huge time difference. So you're
I'll
gonna.
be taking a nap, and then I'm teaching a class, a comedy writing class tonight.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah, and those are always fun, and it's a writing one, so it's people who it's near the end of the term, but the people are new to it, so that's kind of fun because it's all very shiny and new and exciting for them.
Right. So, are they good? Is anybody really standing out?
Oh, I'm coming in as a sub. I don't know anything about these people.
Oh, that'll be even more fun.
Yeah, or more like, where's that other guy? Because
Right.
I might be their first sub for this term, and they might be freaked out by it.
Oh, true.
But I will set them at ease.
Very good. That sounds like good. So you automatically think about when you're planning your day how to make it enjoyable.
Oh yeah, I also like especially on days like this, I'm looking at how can I ride my bike? Will it work to ride my bike today? Because I like riding my bike. I would much prefer to ride my bike than do anything else for getting places. But some days it just doesn't work time-wise or weather-wise. And to me, that's also fun, just riding my bike.
Yes, I like riding my bike too. That's good. Here.
And also, I love trying out restaurants or going to favorite restaurants. So a lot of it also is like, how much time do I have, and can I stop at a certain place or try a certain place on my way there?
So you really like living in Chicago, don't you?
I really do. It's a pretty incredible place, and there's so many great restaurants and so much arts and theater and great people. And, there's a lot of people, so you got to be a little crazy to ride a bike in Chicago, but I wear my helmet, and I'm very cautious.
Good. So you even pick where you want to live based on the enjoyment of where it is that you live.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to love the neighborhood, and I also want to be really close to the other places that I go to make money.
Good point. Yeah, because money is fun.
Money is fun.
Yeah.
It is certainly fun.
Yes. So when you were little and you were growing up, you spoke earlier of nature or nurture. Do you think that you were nurtured to be playful and have fun, or do you think that you were born that way?
That's a great question. Like my mom always used to tell me that I'd be the kid who would run out ahead of everybody else to see what was up ahead. But nobody else in the family was doing that. So I don't know where I got that from. So I don't know if that could possibly be a genetic thing from somewhere in the family somehow. But it could also be just me, like, I just love exploring. Yeah, and I guess I don't really know where that came from. I think maybe growing up near woods, like, I just want to, like, what's next? What's around the corner? What's behind that tree? I don't know. I don't think I have an answer for you.
Interesting. And yet I think all three of you have really good senses of humor, so that part of it was maybe more nurture.
I think so. My mom was pretty funny, and my grandfather was very funny. Her father. So definitely that side of the family, my mom's side of the family, I think had a lot of humor going on. On my dad's side, there was a lot. I had an uncle, Gilbert, who was into the arts. Out of like 7 boys, he was the only one that was doing theater, and he was a pretty funny guy too.
Huh. So it was kind of in your blood to do what you're doing.
I think so. I think there is a foundation there.
Do you think you would be happy doing anything else?
It's hard to imagine.
Right.
Like I've thought about it, like, oh, maybe I should work at a factory, or maybe I should just get some job where I'm just doing something, and then my other free time I'm just really going, having fun. and I can't imagine it.